Hi, this is Steve Finn from Dr. Finn's Games, and I'm here to do a quick playthrough solo of Mining Colony, which is a game that should be coming to Kickstarter in August of 2020. I'll be launching a Kickstarter campaign for all 4 of my games that are going to be published in the year 2021. So if you want to find out more, just visit drfinns.com. I am doing this outside, so you might hear some chirping. You know, we're living in the age of COVID, so got a whole family inside doing their own things. So it's a nice day. I figured I'd come out into the back area and play this game. So I will teach you how to play as the game goes on, but the basic idea is I'm going to try to populate my whole grid here. This is my mining colony, so I have to fill all the different spaces that are on there. And up here there are science stations and outposts, and I have to build one of each color on my board and fill the board in order to win the game. I'm playing against an imaginary opponent called Zorlord, and the way the game works is I'm going to flip one of these resource cards right at the start of the round. And what this tells me is, it tells me, because I'm playing a 2-player game, well, I'm playing a 1-player game, but it's against another player, an imaginary player. So I'm going to fill these 2 zones. If you're playing 3 players, or actually 2 players in real life, you'd fill both of those. With 3 players, you'd fill 3, and with 4 players, you'd fill 4. So I'm going to now populate the board with these things. Okay, I'm just going to stop in between rounds so that you don't have to watch me just put things on the board. So in any case, what will happen is now I'm going to compete with Zorlord for these resources. One would be this 5-piece, which I can then put on the board. Same thing here. These are called development tiles. And then there's also these crystals. Those go in region 1. Now I'm going to be competing with Zorlord. We each have our own unique decks of cards that run from 1 to 48, and these are the top 3 cards. I get to pick one of these, and then I get to play. Each time you might think, well, why don't I just play my highest? Whoever plays higher will get to choose which resources to take. If I blow this 37 now, I might need it later in the game when maybe there's a bigger difference between the 2 things. Because there really isn't that, I mean, this does have 2 crystals, but it's a big piece, and that's a fairly big piece. I'm gonna just save these 2 cards for later. What happens is I'll place that down, and the cards I don't play go on the bottom. And now this has been randomly shuffled, so I'll just flip one of these. He has 26, 25, I have 29, so I win. Now let's imagine that he had played a higher card than me. That would mean he would win, and he would choose first. If it's an odd number, he would choose the 1 zone. If it's an even number, he would choose the 2 zone. But he didn't win, so I get to choose. So these cards go out of the game, and now I would choose one of these 2 things. I'm going to choose the one with more stuff. So now I get to place this on my board. And now's a good time for me to tell you what happens on the board. So right here, you'll see that there are 3 different kinds of buildings. There's essentially a storage unit, there's a landing pad, and then there's a dome. Now crystals go on these storage units, and this one right here, you can see, has many colors. It's mixed. Whereas, for example, let me just grab this tile. This tile here, it's just a green one and a white one. So I can essentially put any color that I want on this space of these crystals. Only 1 crystal per space. I also have this area up here called the staging area, and I can put it up here and then move it down later. Once I move it down, though, it's stuck on this board. And it's usually a good idea to just put things up here, because you need to plan your board out. And once something's on the board, it really gets stuck. Now what I'm trying to do essentially is get matching colors of crystals exactly 1 space apart. Now I can't show you that right now, but imagine that I had a tile where this dome right here was one of these. I'd be able to put a crystal here and a crystal there. If those two crystals match the same color and there's an empty space in between them, it has to be exactly one. You know, if it was up there, well, I couldn't do that, but you know, if that dome were here and there were two spaces separating it, I would not be able to build there. So if I can get two crystals of the same color, so you notice these crystals are white, purple, green, and yellow, which are the same colors as the science stations, I'll be able to build a science station there, assuming I could put two crystals of the same color separated by one space. Now, I don't have that. Now, the same thing happens essentially with regard to these outposts, except that I need a ship and a person of the a worker of the same color. So, for example, let me just put these down. I have here a blue worker and a blue ship. If I could get those separated on the board and separated by one space, so here's an example, I would be able to build this outpost on the space in between. Okay, but so I don't have any of these pieces yet. What I have right now are these two things and this. Now these tiles, these are called development tiles, and the spaces at the bottom right now, are the darker colored spaces, are already developed spaces. So I need to place this adjacent to a developed space. Future tiles have to be placed either next to this or next to that starting row. Now, because of the thing that I'm trying to do, you know, I'm trying to get domes and landing pads and other things built, you know, one space apart. So I'm going to do it like this, so that way if I can get a ship and a man of the same color, I'll be able to build something there. Now I have to also do something with these right away, and I'm going to put one there, and I can also put one on the board. I'm going to put one on this space right there. Now the Zorlord just takes pieces over there. He doesn't do anything with them. He's not building anything. So right now I've started the first round. I've done that. And now we're going to flip another one of these cards and populate these two zones. And it really doesn't take long, so I'm just going to keep the video running. So I got one white, a blue ship, and a purple and green gem. Okay, and now I have to draw 3 cards. I have to, you know, consider what's out there. I have a yellow and a purple. So there's a purple here, but there's only a single tile, and there's a blue ship. So there's 4 things on that one. Here there's 2 with a white and a yellow, and I have a yellow, and that's a dome. So really this, I think I prefer this because it has more stuff. But how much do I prefer it? I don't prefer it so much, so I'm actually going to play a lower of my 3 cards, my lowest number. So let's see what he has. 32. So he beats me, and because he beat me, he actually takes all of this stuff. So maybe I should have played a higher number. So now I have these things here. Okay, so now I have to add these to the board. And what's going to be interesting is I'm going to put that like this. I have to place these 2 things. I already have something in that spot, and I only have one of these, so I'm going to have to throw away something. So I will put the yellow down because I have a yellow up here already, and I'm going to throw away this white. Now, when you throw away a resource because you can't get on your board, you get what are these? This is called a credit, and I can hold up to 5 credits, and the credits are going to allow me to take what's essentially these build-over tokens, and because I'm playing, I didn't tell you this at the start, but I'm playing the moderate level of difficulty in the solo game. And what that means is how much it costs to buy a build-over token. So in a normal game, it costs 1 credit, but in the moderate solo game, it costs 2. So I could buy one of these for 2 credits. I'd be able to buy and place one of these 4 structures, sorry, one of these 4 buildings, and actually there's a blank one too, on the board, but they have to go onto a developed space. So for example, let's assume that I really wanted that dome to actually be a storage unit so that it would work out better for me. I could pay 2 credits and put that there and cover that up. Or if something was in the way because I needed to build over it, I could cover it up with that as well. So these things cost 2 credits, and I can also pay an additional credit, and this is only in the solo game, to help to place it directly on the board. Now in the multiplayer game you can't do that, but in the solo game this is one way, because you have to remember you have to fill the whole board in order to win. All right, so let me draw up. Got to do this now. So we're in the 3rd round. That is a 3 green and a white, a red ship, a single, and a white gem. All right. There's still no there's no storage units coming out. I need to get one of those. All right, so let me look here. Oh, this is a terrible draw. If you have a really bad draw, you can also spend a credit to refresh your hand. You know, I really think I need this because it's a big piece with a lot of pieces. So I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to use a credit, stick these 3 on the bottom, draw 3. And I didn't get that much better, but I'm going to play the 21. These go on the bottom. He plays, Zorlord plays the 33. And what do you know? He takes he takes the pieces away from me. So that was unfortunate. So I have this little piece here. I have this white gem. Once again, I kind of am stuck. I am going to, what am I going to do? All right, I'm going to get rid of that and take another credit. So I shouldn't have refreshed my hand. And I'm just going to put this here to fill in that space. All right, next round. Here we go. We got the 3 piece, a white and a green. I got a 2 and a purple. Let's hope I get a better draw this time. Draw 3 cards. 37, 44. You know, I have to be safe, I think. I have to get that because it has a storage unit on it. So I'm going to play my highest card. Let's hope I get lucky at least that he doesn't play some really crazy. Ooh, 40. That's good I played it. All right. So I win that. I will take these. These go out to him. Now, I can also spend a credit to change, and this is also in the solo game. I could spend a credit to change the gem or ship of something that I got with any of his in his storage. But what I'm going to do right now is place this down. What I'd like to be able to do is get it in there, but I can't get it in there. So I'm really not doing so hot here. So I'm going to do that. I now have these. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to, because I know I've been losing a lot of whites. I'm going to take the green, turn it in to get a credit. And I'm going to spend that credit to change. Ooh, I've already missed a couple. Yeah, this white for a purple. And then I'm going to put the purple here. Now, this right here is preventing me from building a science station because it has a printed item on it. So what I have to do at some point is get a build over token to cover up that building. And then I'd be able to build. Once you meet the conditions of building one of these stations or outposts, it just automatically happens. So I need another credit at some point to cover that up, to build that. So I'll be able to get the purple science station. All right, next. Here we go. So it's moving right along. Get the black ship. Green and purple gems go on here. Then the 3 with the red guy like this. All right, let me see what I got going here. I think I already have the purple condition, so if I get this, I can throw away the purple to get another credit. All right, let's see what happens. How badly do I want that? Because this piece isn't terrible either. Although that would be nice. I could fit into this space right there. So I actually think I'm going to play the 45. Because I need number 1. He plays 41. Oh, that's good. I played it because he would have taken that first spot. All right, so I'm going to take these. I'm actually going to put that there. At some point, I'm going to get a build over token so I can put the yellow down there. I already have the purple stuff, so I'm going to get rid of a purple to get a second credit. Now I'm going to use these 2 credits to buy a build over token of a storage unit. I'm going to cover up that dome, and then once when you have stuff up here, you can move it down freely. So I'll move that down. Now notice I have 2 yellows separated by 1 space, so I've now succeeded in building that. I still have these 2 things to put down. I need to get a ship. I'll get a ship here. If I can get a black worker, then I'd be able to build that. I also now have this green, which I'm going to put up there for later. All right, he gets that stuff. Okay, there are 5 rounds left. I still have to finish this board, and I have to build all of these things. So it might be a tough game for me to win, but we'll see. Yellow and the thing. We get the black worker. Got a red ship. And we got a small 1-piece. Black ship. Blue worker. And I got that single. Now this would be, I really need to win this one here. Even though this has 2 items, it has this one small little piece. That has a 4-piece, plus it has the black worker, which I need right there. So I really need to win that top thing. So, and I get shafted with this card choice, but all right, well, let's see what happens. See if he's got to have some low numbers. Oh, 48. Oh, but look, good. So I got lucky. So he beat me, but because he has an even number, he takes these. So that's part of his, and now I get what I wanted anyway. So now I have to put this on the board. All right, I've already built the yellow station. Now, in a multiplayer game, you'd want to keep putting these things down, but in a solo game, once you've built one of the colors, these essentially can be used to become credits. So I'm going to grab a credit for that. I can now put this black worker down here. I now met the conditions to build an outpost. So I've now built an outpost. And now I have this red ship and this tile to put down. So this is supposed to be opposite a dome. You know what I could also do? I could put it down like this and hope I get another dome. So I'm going to put that ship in up here in the staging area. So now I draw next card. This is 2 black worker, 3, got a white, blue worker, and a red ship. Okay, I really have to start filling in some spaces, so I think this would be better. This has a space. It doesn't have a dome though. I need to get a dome. But I could also buy, I have 1 credit. I already have a red ship, so I can get rid of that for a credit. I do need this white, and I do need the blue person. So I've already got the black, so I really don't want that top one. So I'm gonna play my highest card. Let's see what he plays. 17, good. So I win that. I'm gonna choose these. These go off the board. Now I have to figure out what to do with this. I already have a red ship, so I'm gonna get rid of the red ship. I now have 2 credits, which means I can build a build over token if needed. I have that yellow spot. All right, I'm gonna put that in here like this, just because that looks like it fits in there. I can put the blue guy on a dome. So now I have a white and a green. So I gotta put one of these down. All right, I'll I'll put the white there and keep the green up there. Now, because I have 2 credits, I think I'm actually going to use it now. I have 2 credits. I'm going to buy one of these build over tokens, and I'm going to place that there. I now have 2 purples separated by 1 empty space, and I'll build the science station. So I have 3 rounds left. I got to fill the board in, and I still have to build these 4 things. So I guess I might be able to do it. We'll see. All right, so now I'm going to fill this in. I got a single piece. I got a 4-piece. Uh-oh, I can't fit the 4-piece on the board. That could be a problem. Sometimes when I make videos, I don't necessarily play the best games because I'm not thinking. So, all right. Now, if you can't fit a tile in, you could still get a whole lot of credits. So I get 1 credit per space that it would have filled. So that actually could give me a lot of flexibility. It's much better than this. So I think I really need to win that. So I draw 3, and I got a really bad draw. I'm going to still play my highest number and just hope if he has an odd number. 24. Oh, God. All right, that's going to make it hard. All right, so he wins these. I win this. I've got a whole lot of landing pads. That's not going to help me. I'll just put that there. So look, I have a dome and a landing pad. And now I have this yellow. I already did a yellow, so I got a credit. So that credit should help, but this is not looking too good. All right, well, here's a 5er I can't fit, but I can fit the 3. So we got a 5-piece, a blue ship. That's a man. A blue ship, purple crystal, a 3, and a yellow crystal. All right. So, I don't know what I'm going to do here. So I draw 3. Got the blue ship and the blue man. I really need I'll take that top one. I might not be able to fit it, but I can get some credits and maybe start building in. So let's see if I can at least pull out a win here. 16, good. Yeah, so I win that. I'm going to take these. I've already built the purple, so I'm turning the purple in to get a credit. I have this 5-piece. I can't fit it on my board, so I kind of made a mistake the way I was filling out the board. So I lose that, but I get 5 credits. And I have to go down to 5 by the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I get 5 credits, and I still have this blue ship. So here I go. I'm going to put the blue ship down. I'm going to move the blue person down. I build the outpost. Okay. I have a red ship. I still need these things. So this doesn't look so good for me. And I have to go down to 5 credits by the end. So I have 2 credits left. I'm going to take 2 credits, spend them to do something. I will buy, I'll buy something. You know what I'm going to buy? I'm going to buy one of these and put it there. So if I can get a white gem over to here, then I could build the white station. This goes out. I have a lot of credits. So right now I could still fill in 1, 2 spaces and a half. So it really doesn't look good, but we'll see how close I can get. So there's 2. We get a blue ship, a red man, a 5 with the black worker. Okay. So now I'm going to be a little bit short. The red matches up, so I can get that. But there's no gems. There's no gems out there. Were there no gems on that card? There's no gems. I gave up too many gems early. All right, so I'm not going to be able to do it, but let's see how close I can get. I'll just play my highest number. Now, in a multiplayer game, these remaining cards mean something, but in this game, if they don't. Oh, you played as 1. So great. I get to pick something. What should I pick? I'm going to take this so I can get all these credits. So I actually have, this is worth 6 credits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now in a multiplayer game, this is you don't use and spend credits the same way. So I'm gonna spend 1 credit to turn that green into a white. So at least I can put that down. And now I have that. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5. Well, I really have 10, but I have enough for 5 build over tokens. So I just buy 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So I lost. I was 3 spaces short and 2 structures short from winning the game. So that's how this game works. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, it's coming out on Kickstarter in August of 2020. I'll just say one more thing is you can adjust how difficult it is in 2 different ways. One is to reduce or increase the cost of this. So if I want to make the game easier, these only cost 1. The other way to do it is whether or not I can place these. You can reduce or lower the cost that it costs to place directly on the board. So for example, I could say this costs, I'm going to make it hard, that's cost 2, but I'm going to allow free placement on the board. I didn't even know. Oh, you know what? I actually broke the rules in the game. Technically, this was supposed to cost me an additional credit if I placed it directly on the board, but you can waive that. So there's ways that you can make the level of difficulty a little harder, a little easier, and so forth. I think I blew it early by not getting some of the bigger tiles to fill up more of my board. But that's Mining Colony solo play. Thanks. Visit drfins.com.